The world seems to be holding its breath. Tensions between the United States and Iran over the nuclear program have placed Trump at a crossroads: diplomacy or confrontation. On June 18th, Trump was clear, or perhaps provocative. "I'm not looking for a fight, but if it's between action and letting Iran have a dangerous arsenal, we must act." Though no official order has been given, the U.S. is already prepared. Military plans are on the table, and Fordow, a key facility, is under scrutiny. Trump hasn't ruled out working alongside Israel in a potential move against Iran's sensitive projects, but for now, he says no decision has been made. "I'll decide a second before," he said after leaving the Situation Room, a statement that raised more questions than answers. And in his usual tone, he added, "Nothing's over. Next week will be decisive." A countdown that sounds more like a warning than a prediction. On the other side, Iran's Supreme Leader Khamenei responded firmly. Any attack, he said, will bring severe consequences and irreparable damage. Meanwhile, U.S. intelligence claims Iran is not actively building atomic weapons, but Trump, as usual, remains skeptical. Sanctions were tightened in February, and between April and June, quiet negotiations took place in Oman and Rome. Talks behind closed doors, but no success. Now in Geneva, diplomats from Germany, France, and the UK are trying to broker peace, a delicate and urgent puzzle. Trump, however, insists it's not too late. According to him, Iran can still choose to halt its controversial program voluntarily. Even within his own party, opinions are split. Steve Bannon and Marjorie Taylor Greene warn that military involvement could carry serious political risks. But Trump remains unfazed. He says his base is solid and that his unpredictability is, in his own words, a strategic advantage. From Moscow, Putin offered to mediate. Trump declined outright. He should focus on Ukraine first. Indeed, the growing closeness between Russia and Iran not only complicates things, it makes them far more dangerous. The truth is, whatever is decided in the coming days may change more than the relationship between two nations. It could shift global balance. Since February, the U.S. Maximum Pressure Campaign has aimed to economically isolate Iran, targeting oil exports, shadow banks, and key missile components. On June 17th, Trump was blunt. "We know exactly where Khamenei is hiding," he said, but then added with a smirk, "We're not going after him, for now." Israel hasn't waited. Since June 13th, it has launched strikes on sensitive facilities in Natanz, Arak, and Fordow. Several sites were damaged, and some scientists reportedly lost their lives. As expected, Iran responded. Coordinated strikes hit Israeli cities, Tel Aviv, Beersheba, Haifa, leaving dozens injured and reigniting regional fear. Amid this tense environment, Putin again offered to mediate. Trump, sticking to his style, rejected the idea and reminded him of the war in Ukraine. Putin insisted, but the reply was the same: handle your own issues before stepping into others. This shows just how interconnected global affairs have become. Alliances can shift the course of critical decisions. Everything is connected. What happens in the Middle East affects Europe, and what happens in Ukraine echoes in Washington. No decision exists in isolation. Furthermore, Russia and Iran have grown increasingly close, making any Western diplomatic efforts far more challenging. Trump returned to his central message. It's not too late for Iran to step back voluntarily. But this time he added a sharp twist. "Good luck," he said, "if they choose not to." Many have promised to avoid costly foreign conflicts, adding pressure to act with caution. At the same time, even Trump's closest allies warn, no one wants another endless war. Steve Bannon, for example, was clear. Deeper involvement in the Middle East could bring serious consequences, at home and abroad. Still, some believe tactical action is inevitable, that it's better to act now than regret in the future. These voices say a full war won't happen, that any conflict will be limited and under control. Trump, for his part, remains confident. He says his support base is stronger than ever. One thing is certain: U.S.-Iran tensions have reached a new critical point, a moment when everything could change. The choices made in the coming days might not only determine this conflict's path, they could leave a lasting mark on global history. Thanks for watching. Peace is not built on weakness. It's built through strength. Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe. It helps a lot.